But it's also very possible he was just trying to get the units over ASAP and forgot that he did that. So, either way. Let's get that scoreboard up and correct. Top left, up 1. It is the red Terran Bunny. In the bottom right, as the blue Zerg, it is Armani. And breaking news, DRG 1 versus Trap. That's pretty cool. It was not meaningful. They had already both qualified, but now he gets better seeding, so that's pretty cool. More importantly is just that he won versus Trap. DRG, one of the most explosive players to come back out of retirement, I think. MMA never really did, and then he retired again very quickly afterwards. More power to him. He found a good job and all that. Tasia, taking a long time. He kind of almost was like, oh shit, is he back? Because that Home Story Cup, which he seems to do okay in. But otherwise, like, not really. Who else came back? A lot of Terrans came back for some reason. Dream actually is an example of someone who came back, but he's been back for multiple years at this point. Gosh, I am forgetting someone. Super. The Bomber. Yeah. Casting today. Yeah, Bomber. Also, just like, you're back, I guess. Middling Terran, not world's best Terran that he once was. It's a really high bar. I mean, I am not intentionally dragging them down. I'm just trying to be realistic that that's where they are at right now. But when you are comparing them to the times they left, or shortly before they left, I guess, they were kings of the world at one point. Not so much anymore. But DRG is actually like, he went from being like, oh, is he back? Is that real DRG? Oh, he's out of military? Oh, is he in the GSL qualifiers? Oh, did he win the GSL qualifier? Oh, did he do really well in this tournament? Oh, did he just beat Trap? Like, I feel like his trajectory is more promising than the, a lot of Terrans that have come back for some reason. But anyhow. I'm excited. DRG is not just a really cool player. He also is a fun player to watch. Maybe not as fun as Parting. Because Parting is the other example, I guess, of someone who came back. He never really went to military, though. He went to other things. His whole... the timeline of Parting's adventures since the Blink Soccer era, which we remember him for, is quite the complicated tapestry, that's what I was going for. The trapesty, because he lost a trap. Unintentional pun. But yeah, he's doing obviously very, very well. The Parting really was just a mystery, man. Anywho. Glad to see DRG back. Bunny versus Armani here. So Bunny apparently taking that first game. Don't know how, don't know on what map. Going into a 1-1-1. Very simple. Armani taking that forward base. Again, this is what he did versus Bomber. Not saying it's wrong. I'm just making a note. It does lead to some complications, but it would also lead to complications if it was a fourth base. The timings of which the Terrans usually hit, if they're not doing a hell bad attack, this is just the Hellion drop. If they're not doing an early attack, are when you are getting to a fourth base, no matter where you're taking it, so. Either or. This one at least is going to have a lot of creep spread. Going to be mined out a little bit more. Medevac on the way, so a Hellion drop. So this could look like a Liberator, especially if he started Stim. Without starting Stim, I mean, he was planning on it. Just didn't have enough gas quite yet. He might actually think that's a Liberator. It's such a common opener. Stim, Liberator, Hellion Pressure. It is eventually a Liberator. But first and foremost, it's a Hellion drop, and there is really not much scouting this. The Overlord even moving away from the usual. Oh, no, it's going to see it. If Bunny had been even more clever about this, he would have gone totally unnoticed. Now, despite going a little bit notice, still pretty late notice. Not a lot of lane to deal with this. Medevac is forced to retreat because the Spore Crawler is just enough. It's just obnoxious enough to send that Medevac pack into those Hellions. Kind of a waste. Not incredibly useful. Hellions will eventually die, as everything does. But they are supposed to be around for a little bit longer, exactly because of this. Now the Lings can freely go out on the map and say, hey, what you doing? Hey, what you doing? Hey, what you doing? What you doing? In that case, they almost got a bunch of SCVs because the depot wasn't raised. In other cases, they stopped the 3rd CC from getting planted immediately. That was a little bit scary. SCVs are pulled, however. In about 60 seconds, it won't be scary. Barracks production will be enough. Medevacs will be out, all that good stuff. But if Armani wanted to, he could delay the 3rd CC. I think Bunny knows that, so it's not like he's going to immediately lift it. Oh, he is. Ugh, that is so... I'd be scared of doing that. But Armani did not go for more Lings. He went for more drones. So, it's not a lot of units. And he's even picking them up, too. But it's going to work out fine. Armani should be thinking about a 4th base soon. Baliness on the way, Lair on the way, 1-1 upgrades on the way. So not what we're seeing from DRG. One of those fast mutas. Rather some very stable play here. Medevac drop could be a big surprise. You don't see this fast of a medevac, single medevac drop usually. And he does, this time, sneak around that Overlord. That's a Reaper involved. That is a Reaper. Medevac has to be scared of that Spork Brawler again. Lings come forward. Only a single queen. Medevac easily decides to pick that up. 4th base is on the way. Creep spread looking pretty good. For all the harassment Bunny's been doing, and that Liberator I think was like instantly denied. I saw it move and then suddenly just didn't do anything. Or maybe it did. Maybe that's also why he got a couple of drones. Either way. For all the harassment he's doing, he's not clearing up any creep spread. Which is always the trade-off you have to consider. 3rd CC and an armory. Maybe double tank production eventually. First and foremost, the push. Ooh, or the drop. Now, I am always gonna say, I always bring this up. I'm not a fan of Doom drops versus Zerg. But I'm getting serious deja vu. Have I done this before? The drop commences while the Lings go for a counterattack. Run by, 9 SCVs go down. I'm reading that right. Sometimes that worker's lost tab confuses me. But the drop in the main base. So, like, one of the reasons that it's not usually the best is that you're on creep. You don't have a lot of room to maneuver, even if you aren't on creep. So you're forced to just pick up. And while that could be okay, that's actually a fine thing to do. You lose the tank, I guess, but maybe it's still fine. Oh, these Marines, oh my god. Usually the drop gets pushed away, and that's kind of that. But this drop is actually going for a lot longer than I thought it would. The Marines in the main base getting more drones than they ever should have. And the Queens weren't actually in the best position, but they got into a better position. And Bunny, okay, he did overstay his welcome. I don't know if I liked that, but looking at the numbers, it actually worked out really well for Bunny. Armani trying to get some mutas here to help out. But he is down in supply. He's down at 53 workers. That's actually quite bad. Yeah, he lost 28 drones in total. What? Shoot. That's not good. That ain't good. That's actually really scary. But again, at least something to note. Bunny did not clear up creep spread, but now he's going to. 2-2 will finish faster for Armani as well. Just these little perks that Armani has to hope worked out well for him. I don't know how that one of mine didn't get a better shot. What the heck? Drop to the north as well. Clearing up some creep spread at this point. Mutas, though, ooh, there is no missile turret. Muta is a big surprise. They were not used to defend the medevac drops at any point, or the pushes onto the creep like this. They were kind of hidden, but Bunny with an immediate response. He had Marines available, pulls them into the main base. It's still going to be jerked around this way and that, so he's going to lose SCVs, and Armani is making up for the severe SCV loss earlier, really evening things up, but rather drone loss, but he got drone losses earlier in the game, which is always more impactful. Muta is trying to find whatever they can. There is a 4th CC, a good scout as well, and he grabs the tank that is defending against run-bys. Loses a Muta for it, but I'd say that's okay. Muta's, I don't think we're intending to take that engagement, but he got distracted. He was dealing with the fourth base being attacked, and now the main base under attack, and that's the spawning pool going down. He immediately replants it, but that is a little while to wait to build more lings. I think he'll be okay, though, just because that push is now being collected. It doesn't even look like that strong of a push, and there's still that creep spread he has to burn through a little bit more, because there are banelings available. So I think the spawning pool won't impact this game super, super heavily, but it is always a nice target to find for the Terran player. There's a wood mine there. Got a couple more drones. Nicely done. Fourth base is now being planted down as a planetary, adding in a decent number of marauders since he added on all those tech labs, which is what you want to do. Armani finally getting up to a truly comfortable drone count. Back up into the 70s. Muta count. What is the muta count right now? 18. That's a pretty damn decent number, and they have +1. They will help take out these little, yeah, exactly, these little pokes forward that are trying to bait units into the Widow Mines. The mutas can actually handle them at that number, and in fact, he's just going to go for it. Widow Mine's not getting the most amazing shots. This one actually going to get a better one? No, it killed more Marines than it did Lings. Widow Mines! Why? Bunny really couldn't hope for much more, though, to be honest. Okay, he could have hoped the Widow Mines were a bit better, but I meant more that he didn't have his entire army on the front line, so he did have to bulk up his army again. Widow Mines being really annoying. I guess stopping run-by potentials, as well as stopping the queens. Not that I need to be on the front lines, necessarily. The Mute is no longer here to help against the Marauders, so Thor is going to stop them from doing what I was just explaining anyways. But the Banelings connection's not too bad, actually. Marauders are there to soak up the Banelings, but they still, you know, pumped up units. It's going to be effective trade for the Banelings. Widow Mine's trying to hold against the Muter harassment, while the Banelings try to hold against the actual push. Armani just sending in little bits at a time, and it's working out so far. He's not had his economy touch of the fourth base, and he's getting a fifth that he could even evacuate the fourth, if need be, to go to. Muta's finding a lot of Marines, a couple of SCVs, a couple of add-ons as well, some of them very, very low, but still being microed well enough. Armani also maybe going to be able to get this Thor. Nope, quick pick up there, but Bunny, what was initially a very strong bio push, decent number of bio units, it's like nothing now. It has a very small army now. Oh, spicy. One of mine's getting some beautiful shots there. And the Muta count is getting awfully low, down to 9 very weak Mutas as well. He is building 6 more, however, so he will be back up to that potential to not just harass, but also take on, hey, hell, even this Thor. It's really, really weak. The 19 Banelings on the way. Armani wants to clear this up before reinforcements come in. That's a couple of Widow Mines as well he can clear up. Oh. Gonna grab the Thor. Gonna push back the army. He's running out of creep, however, and it's getting really dangerous. So he's going to pull it back. 3-3 is about to finish for Bunny as well, and he does still have that supply lead. He's been comfortably on 4 bases for a while. The Muta harassment has been bothersome, but no bothersome than a mosquito. It's like, it's there, it's good stuff usually, but it didn't really end up doing so much. And while he held on to his 4th base, he never pushed Bunny back. He never got control over the map again, control over his creep spread again. And Bunny is trying his best to take advantage of that. Armani desperately trying to build up an army to combat this, but it doesn't look like it's going to happen. Bunny's macro, pretty damn good this game. Going to be able to kill that 4th base. Armani, as I said, could just go over to the new 4th, if you will. But that supply is just looking way too bad at this point. Way too bad. Even if Bunny is all types of clumped up, the amount of Marauders he has should be able to soak up the Banelings that are being thrown at him. Armani trying so hard to be fancy with his mutas. It's not going to work out. Even if he had ultras on the way, that really would not save him. He needs just a big army of Ling Baneling Muta, the big surround, or a desperate counterattack to really spice things up, but he doesn't have the supply to do so. He's got to be so scared of the Widow Mine shots. That was a pretty good one. I think Armani knows that he is very close to being dead. He knows his opponent is on 4 bases and that he hasn't killed that many SCVs. But he's refusing to tap out because it's his last chance here in this qualifier anyways. I'm sure he'll be back for the next one. Bunny looking too good, man. His position stuck around for so long. They looked small, but they still stuck around. Armani was almost always uncomfortable in this game, starting with the initial loss to the Marines, was it? The Marines doing more damage than they should have. GG. Bunny with 2-0.